Hello, and welcome to another exciting episode of Wave the Brush with me, your host, Kris, aka Mini Wargamer Kris, aka the Name Butcher, aka I'm all out of AKs. Wave the Brush, the most informative 120 minutes on the internet on the wargaming lifestyle. We'll talk about painting, terrain, conversions, and everything under the sun. We usually delve into a lot of painting talk, as well as a lot of what's under the sun. But if you're a first-time viewer, that just means that, you know, you can ask your questions happily and just, you know, no fear of somebody going, hey, you know, dummy, don't you know that? Like, there'll be none of that in this dojo. No mercy in this dojo, as it were. Sorry, I'm just trying to get everything all worked out here. Trying the simulcast thing again to Twitch to both Twitch and I don't know what the hell's going on here. I don't know if I'm live yet or what, and I'm assuming everything's fine. But you know what happens when you assume, right? Okay, so yeah, that's all fine. For some reason, it doesn't seem like the Twitch is running. But I don't know why that is. Is the Twitch running fine? I have no idea. Anywho. So, again, if you are a first-time viewer, yeah, it looks good on Twitch. Okay, everything's fine on Twitch. Okay, so everything's good. Everybody's fine. Everybody's happy. Everything's running good. So, again, if you're a first-time viewer, Wave the Brush. This is all about painting, Warhammer, wargaming, you know, everything. We do talk a lot of painting, so feel free to ask your questions. Of course, you can always ask your questions to Kris at miniwargaming.com. Send it by email. I usually read the emails on the show. Of course, you can always ask in the chat if you're attending live. And of course, I've been running both Twitch and YouTube at the same time, so this is kind of a simulcast. So whatever platform you fancy, you know, feel free to use either, because I think I'm going to keep doing this kind of simulcast kind of thing. I might actually pay for this service because it actually saves me some time, because sometimes when I do Twitch stuff, I end up importing it back over to YouTube, whereas if I do live stuff that's kind of simulcast, then, you know, that's what we'll do. So, yeah. So, of course, if you are new, ask myself or the monkeys. The monkeys will always answer your questions. They're always happy to answer questions because they're just a clever lot. And of course, I can see a whole bunch of people joining in right now. I know for whatever reason, YouTube did not want to stream this over to the pre-made event I made. Why, I don't know. So hopefully everybody figures that out on the other one. Or maybe I should kill that one, I guess. Maybe I should kill that stream. If it's even people still sitting on it. But anywho, yeah. So, sorry, I'm kind of distracted here. I'm trying to get getting all these spinning plates in order here. Of course, some of you may notice that I'm sporting a new toque. That is thanks to Knitfink, for kind enough for devoting some time to, you know, help dress me up. Yeah. Because apparently I can't dress myself. Alright, I think we're okay now. So, I think all the plates are a-spinning. You see Knitfink, Ishiab011. Yeah, this was from the previous thing here. I see George, Ebb and Flow, Jim White, Dark Commission. And yeah, so for whatever reason, hopefully they're not on this channel any other more. I don't know why it made me switch these things. And I could see Ben Ellis, Raziel Wargamer, Matthew Adami. Adami or Adami? Adami? We'll say Adami. Lord Krabby, Captain Ben Gillicus, William Davidson, Fear School, Doran Jr., Mr. Peanut Butter, Mr. Peanut Butter, Andy Clark, David Vaughn, Two Guns Painting, Johnny's Chop Shop, Steam McDemon, that's always a fun one to say, Steam McDemon, Congo, Yermonger. So I'm just kind of skimming through the names here. We're way behind. They think, yay, the hat made it. How's it fit? It fits wonderfully. It's, I mean, I have a big fat bulbous skull, and it fits wonderfully on my head. And because I have all this hair as well, yeah, you know, it's good. I like it. It's warm. It fits on my head, and I like it. I like it a lot. I'll wear it all the time. It's comfy. Again, like I said, I haven't had a hat fit this comfortable. Johnny Wraith, hey everyone. George Hins. Cocking 5555. Way the Brush, episode 182. The Wolf Will Never Return. What's that mean? Ebb and Flow. Washing drying technology has reached the Niagara region recently. Kris is very proud. And who else is joining us here? We got on Twitch, we have Shogun Ka, William Ka, and I know Tolo was on there as well. The other chat, I'm going to switch to just this chat now, because yeah, I got Matt Hoser on Twitch. Why do they use such dark fonts on these things? Nillis, it looks good on Twitch, yeah. So Nillis, and then Shogun Ka, William Ka. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, but I'm going to switch over to this one program that just gives me everything all at once. So if you're on Twitch, or what the hell is that? Oh no, I don't want to do that. Stop it. Matthew Adami, Way the Brush, episode 182. Kris Bello meets black people on the internet. Yeah, somebody was being funny and they signed me up for a black singles site. I don't know if it's just dudes, but whatever. But anyway, whoever did that, it's not funny, because, you know. Mind you, though, I haven't gotten any responses, so maybe that's more. Maybe that's why I'm mad. It's because I haven't gotten any good responses. So today's show is we're going to handle some emails, answer your questions, of course. I'm just still making sure everything is running smoothly around here. Everything says it's fine, so I'm gonna have to trust it on that. I have to trust my life to these computers. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just making sure. I'm just making sure everything's running fine. I don't know. I'm always apprehensive of these newfangled technologies. Matt Hoser, it's not funny. It's hilarious. Cocking 555. It is being confirmed by Black Library that Lehman Russ cannot return or the end times start for 40K. Okay, wait, what? Has confirmed by Black Library, Lehman Russ cannot return or the end times start for 40K. Okay. That must have been a question I missed. Comes Juggler. Hello, everyone. Hello. Matthew. Kris, can I post the profile we found on Discord, or do we want it to remain private? Let's keep it private. Thank you very much. Otherwise, you know, Matt, I'm going to sign you up for penisland.com. One word. David Vaughn. Kris, have you seen the miniatures for the game Hate? They look awesome. Seems like they'd be a lot of fun to paint. No, I have not seen them. I have not. I was Hate. Interesting. Hate. No. Can't say I have. Send me a link. Either on Discord or, you know, the email in the description below. Henry Miller. Nice hat, Kris. Thank you. Knit Fink. You can thank Knit Fink. One of your fellow monkeys. Kind enough to devote a little bit of time to knit me up something so stylish and so awesome and so unique and rare. And I like it because it fits in with my army and such, right? So That's why. I'll always be an Eldar player. I'll always be. I've come to accept this. I'll always be an Eldar player. Matt Hoser, Dawn of War 3 plus more for $12 on Humble Monthly. $12 for Dawn of War 3. Okay, good advertising. Thanks, Matt Hoser. Thanks, Tolo. Matthew Demi, I totally wish I had thought to do it. Someone else made one for Quirk. Yeah, someone, eh? Shogun Ka William, Sanguine is not dead. He is in a dreadnought. Ooh, could you imagine a Primarch dreadnought? What would that be? That'd be like a Night Titan, I think. Wouldn't it be? It would have to be like a Night Titan for like a Primarch. It would have to be huge and just, you know, a gigantic ass machine of death that could fly because it's sanguineous, so it can fly. It's got like big rocket boosters on the back. I have no idea. Matt Hoser, GW Inquisition lawyers are gonna come lop off Chris's head now. They can give it a try. What's the lop off? What's the copyright infringement here? No money exchange hands, and this is not something that currently GW creates. So it's, you know, it's a piece of art that was given to me, traded more like, but. Enforcer 357. What's up, monkeys? Hope I haven't missed too much. No, you haven't missed too much. Kevin Cabal, greetings to Chris and all the fellow Toque monkeys. Toque, well, because it is Toque season. Up here in Canada, anyway, we wear toques. Toques, I think, are a Canadian thing, I think. I mean, outside of Canada, I don't think anybody refers to these things as toques. So, yeah. Ghost of Starman Deluxe, Ferris Manus, head floating in a jar like Futurama, wired up to a Reaver Titan. Could you imagine? I like the one with the robot fighting, and Nixon's got the big robot body. Raw, you know. Anyway, I like the little master. Ha ha! Fight again! I win again! Ha! Anyway, Shogun Ka William. Well, I kind of figured as much, Ka King. You were Shogun Ka, because Shogun Ka William Ka. Ka. Jim White, after a rough takeoff, the show is flying smoothly. Yes. Hopefully everything is in sync. I don't know, again, because like I'm always dabbling in new things, right? I'm always trying out different, seeing if anything runs more efficiently and stuff like that. And I have kind of wanted to get more happening on my Twitch, so I figured, well, and the thing is that Way the Brush started on Justin TV, which became Twitch, and so it's kind of full circle that Way the Brush is broadcasting back on Twitch. Why not? I had no idea about this restream service, so thanks to Tolo for getting the neurons firing on that one, and yeah, so it's all good. Ebb and Flow at Kris, a Tuck Zug Lana. What? A Tuck Zug Lana. What the hell does that mean? I don't know what that means. Dark Commission. If the Imperium embraced the Eldar race, would they form the Alpha Legion? Oh, jeez. Like E-Alpha? Alpha? That's like a dad joke. Captain Ben, Dorn Jr., anytime, pal. Nice weather normally starts last 2 weeks in May. I live in Yorkshire. Okay. Echo Loyalty. Greeting monkeys from the Corp of Royal Signals. Cool. Welcome. Thank you, Echo. Mad Hoser, quick impression for you. Caw, bang, rock, I'm dead. Crow, such a good movie. Matthew Demi, I wouldn't do that. I would sign you up for the Muslim meet and say you're a young girl who likes to show ankle. Please don't. Cocking 555. YouTube is now in Wink in Twitch right now, but audio is ahead on YouTube. Oh. YouTube is in sync, but Twitch right now, no, but audio is behind on YouTube. Whoa. Well, we take our good with the bads, I guess. Maybe if I bought the pro service and get a little bit more bandwidth happening, maybe fix up some of these syncing issues. This should be streaming, because I didn't even realize that because last time I was checking this, you know, there was a Canadian server for, you know, redirecting traffic. So I might pick it up. It's only a couple bucks, and if it gives us a better experience and, you know, bit more fun, why not, right? It's why I got the Patreon. That's why I started the Patreon, so that, you know, it can offset these costs of stuff and make things better, you know, right? So that was the whole goal. That was the goal of Patreon, right? Was to make things better, to make the show better. And I think we are. Sammy C. Kris, are you not streaming on YouTube? I am streaming on YouTube, but the event I created on YouTube, for whatever reason, I told my program to stream to that, and it didn't, and it made like a whole new thing, and I don't know why it did that, but yeah. Again, it's the program I use. I use XSplit when I'm at the office, and I use OBS when I'm at home, and you know, it's different programs playing with different things, getting different features happening, and you know. I mean, I wish XSplit was on Mac, because then I would just use my XSplit at home as well, because I do like XSplit. It's a pretty easy program to use, and it's, you know, it's pretty straightforward. I like it, you know, whereas OBS, you know, there's all these variables, and you got to change this, and if one thing's out of sync, and you got to play with the numbers until things are right, and it's, you know, it's a pain. It's a pain. But, yeah, I don't know where I was going with any of that. Shogun Ka, he is also in sync with the YouTube. Oh, okay. I am in sync with YouTube. Ebb and Flow at Kris from the cinematic classic Caveman with Ringo Starr. Huh. Okay. Toque. Oh. Raziel Wargamer. Kris, 3PO had a blue pelvis because he was a league trophy. The winning team was allowed to paint their color on a part of their choice. See, I thought it was something cool, like some sort of backstory, like, you know, C-3PO got his dick blown off or something and had to have it replaced by a blue protocol droid, and, you know, got that groin piece replaced. And I mean, that's a cool story, too. The league trophy, that's good. I thought it'd be something more fun. Dorn Jr. Kris, before I saw the Elder symbol, I was worried you became a Bengal fan. No. My wife, she's the Cincy fan, and the Steelers are playing Cincy this Monday, so that's gonna be fun. That's a fun one in the house. I probably won't go home because my son and my wife, they're just like eyeballing each other, and you know, no, I won't go home. I'm probably not gonna go home Monday, not until the game's done, because you know. I just don't approve of domestic violence. Sammy, hey Kris and Monkeys, question: should you use a proper medium mixer or water with P3 paints? Have watched many PP artists, but they are using water. Yeah, there's a lot of things that I see that the Privateer Press artists do that I don't really approve of. It's their workflow. It's, you know what I mean, like, but they show really a lot of bad habits in their videos. A lot, especially the earlier videos, they show a lot of bad habits, and I'm not sure why they do it. You know, like for example, sitting there with the paint pot open, right? They sit there, they open up the paint pot, and they just leave it there sitting open while they're doing stuff, and who knows how long they're painting for. Now, mind you, commercial. Sure, looks awesome. Maybe it's visually interesting that the paint pot is open visually. I don't know. I don't know if they do it for aesthetics or if that's how the painters work. But either way, I don't approve of that. Also, I don't approve of how they demonstrate for you to draw paint from the paint pot. They show you dunking it right into the paint pot, rather than drawing from that little lip that is on that lid. Drawing from that little lip and putting it onto your palette. I've used P3 paints before. And you just give them a good shake, open it up, draw from that lip, put it onto your palette, close the lid, and bang, you're ready to rock and roll. And, you know, I don't know why they can't show that. Like why can't they show good habits? Also, I don't approve of their wet blending method. Mixing the saliva with the paint and blending it out. That's not necessary. You know, it's not necessary because, I mean, yes, you know, the paint should be relatively toxic free, sure. right? But also, there are many things that could get into that paint, from manufacture to bottling, you know, to sitting on the shelves. You don't know if bacteria is trapped inside there. You don't know what is in there. And I don't approve of any time that you have to put, you know, your equipment in your mouth, your tools in your mouth, be it sculpting. Now, I have been guilty of using the sculpting one and using my saliva, but then once I got used to actually just constantly using water and such, I've never really used, I've heard like for the sculpting, I've heard chapstick, using chapstick. You know, I often thought that was a good one. But back to the privateer press ones, the other ones that I don't approve of also is how much paint they're drawing onto their palettes. They know that they're gonna do this small tiny effect, and yet they're taking like 2 big dollops of paint onto their palette and then mixing it a whole bunch with water. And yeah, they do produce medium, but they never show it. And I suspect that's because the painters themselves are probably not used to using mediums. They're probably used to using their own saliva for a lot of those effects. But that's where you want to use mediums, because you don't want to use your own saliva, because the reason why you use your own saliva is to keep that viscosity, right? Water makes the paint bead up, but the medium will keep the viscosity of the paint acting like paint. And that's why they use their saliva, because it keeps that viscosity. That's the only reason they're doing it. It's a bad habit that goes way back, and I'm sure that's probably the way they were instructed to do it way back when they were probably when like Mike McVeigh was part of Privateer Press, and he was doing a lot of the painting stuff for them. And I'm pretty sure that's probably a Mike McVeigh technique to lick the brush and stuff like that. Now, mind you, I mean, like Mike McVeigh, excellent painter. I totally look up to the guy. I mean, he's one of the guys who's, you know, grandfather to this whole hobby of ours. But, you know, I mean, there's other things. I mean, you can work cleanly. And same with like rubbing paint on yourself. I still don't understand that one. I mean, if you can't tell what viscosity you have or what thickness you have on your palette, what is wiping it on your skin going to tell you? Like, if you don't know how thin or thick that you have to have your paint to work with it, you know, it's unnecessary. When you're painting miniatures, you don't have to look like all disheveled and, you know, all hippie like, and, you know, and covered in paint to be expressive and to be a painter. You don't have to look that way, man. I mean, like, you know, you can work cleanly, and, you know, it doesn't have to be that way. So, yeah. New name for the show, December 2nd. Don't lick the brush, boys. Yeah, don't lick your brushes. Don't. I mean, I still sometimes, you know, bring a point to my brush with my mouth, on the corner of my lip, but I don't, like, run along my tongue or, you know, keep the brush in my mouth or, you know. No, I don't do that. Yeah, there's a few things about their videos that I don't approve of, just technique-wise. The painting, what they're showing, what they're showcasing, sure, you know, I mean, like, that's excellent, you know. I really wish, you know, they were a little bit more focused. They seem like they're trying to imitate what Games Workshop is doing, and, you know, yeah, like for a lot of things, like, early on, a lot of their videos were on techniques and things of that, and, you know, nobody cares. Nobody cares about the techniques, and, you know, just give the people what they want. Show them how to paint, you know, the fire on a troll, or how to paint the rusty armor of a steelhead mercenary, or, you know what I mean? Show the people what they want, what's going to get their armies painted, because so many people in War Machine don't paint the freaking models, and they need to, you know what I mean? Like, because it looks cool, because some of those sculpts are really good. Some of the sculpts are really bad, but some of the sculpts are really good and, you know, deserve a good paint job. And, you know, that's the kind of videos that Privateer Press should be making, is, you know, how to get people, how to get the ordering people, how to get the people who don't paint their miniatures to get them to paint their miniatures. You know what I mean? That's what their videos should concentrate on. Not worrying about, ooh, I'm going to show you this really fancy technique and blah, blah, blah. Nobody cares. Show them how to get their models painted. That's what Games Workshop's doing. That's what Games Workshop videos are about, is just getting your freaking models painted. Privateer Press wants to try and imitate what Games Workshop is doing, and then they're going to try to one-up them by showing technique and stuff like that. And no, just give the people what they want. Show them how to paint those effects on their models, and, you know, how to get those colors right and what colors to bring, and you know what I mean? Like, show them how to get good looking gator skin, right? It doesn't have to be, you know, super advanced, you know, I don't know, what the hell is their painting award called? I can't remember what the painting award is called. It doesn't have to be that. You just want to make it accessible. They want to make, that's what they want to do. They want to make it accessible so that everybody starts painting their miniatures, because nobody in War Machine paints their miniatures. So, yeah. Kevin Cabal, episode 182. C-3PO got his dick shot off for licking brushes. Oh, jeez, yeah. Sammy C, good techniques, thank God for Crispy. Yeah, well, you don't have to, like, you know, there's just so many, there's a lot of bad habits, you know. It's not Golden Demon, Matt. It's something else for P3. It's the Privateer Press one. It's their painting award. I can't remember what the hell it's called. But anyway. Yeah, you know, it's just some of these things I see. And I see like a lot of YouTubers, you know, they're painting on themselves, and you know, like, it's not necessary. It's not necessary. You know, get it right. Like, it's this, I guess maybe it's a mindset I've had probably since, you know, I started taking art seriously and started becoming more focused on things, like in photography. Okay, photography, you want to get the aperture, the f-stops, the ISO, you want to get all that correct in the camera, and then take your pictures, and then work on your composition, right? You want to get those pictures, take them, get it right in the camera, and then when you bring it over to the computer, then you can play with the color and this and that, and then do it. Not do it in the camera, but just get the proper picture. Get it right in the camera before going and fiddling around with stuff. And that's kind of the mindset I guess I bring to painting as well, is that you get it right in the palette. The palette is your workspace to play with the color. And you get it right there, and you'll always get it right wherever you're doing it. You know, of course with proper lighting, things like that. But yeah, I mean, working within your palette. And, you know, everybody should always be working from a palette. And everybody probably should always be working from a wet palette, I would argue. Because in the long run, especially if you're a Citadel user, where you're paying a premium price on paints, you want your paints to go a little further. Because the Citadel colors are really great. But they put it at a premium price tag. And you want to get the most out of your colors, right? So, a wet palette. Everybody should always be working from a wet palette. Am I done ranting now? Maybe. I don't know. Sammy C, I've never had known that the PP guys weren't the best without watching you and your proper painting tips and tricks. Message to the group. I'm not already joined the vault over at Mini Wargaming. Tune in and watch them all. Seriously. Yes. Oh, speaking of the vault, Matthew showed me something yesterday, which I was so happy about, is that we have updated the search function on the website. So if you go to miniwargaming.com, we've gotten the search better. So they've implemented, Matt and somebody else, I don't know who, but they've implemented a new search feature into the website, and it's awesome. It's awesome. So looking for quick tips should be a lot easier. Now, there's still some fine-tuning. It's still beta right now. But go ahead, and anybody who's looking for particular quick tips, go ahead and type it into the search bar and see what kind of results you get. And yeah, and of course, send feedback to support at Mini Wargaming or Matt at Mini Wargaming. You know, just regards to, you know, site search engine kind of thing. If you want to, you know, try and help them fine-tune it, because it's still the fine-tuning phase. But I was very excited. It has a nice clean interface, everything like that. It brought up a whole bunch of search results. It also brings up the little tags. It's kind of like how Pinterest, I guess, does the image searches. So like you get the images, and then you still have like a bunch of tags at the top for like common things. And yeah, it's kind of like that. So Lazy Monkey, that sounds not safe for work. Oh, it's perfectly safe, because before the search engine was showing everything. So it was showing like from the store, from the forum, from the site. Whereas this new search engine is strictly just within the site. And it's just going to give you just the videos of the site. which is very cool. So if you're looking for a particular beat map bat rep, you can just type that in and you'll find it. You know, if you're looking for Dave's Banters, you'll find it, right? If you're looking for Steve, like, it should be a lot easier searching for all these things. So it's really fantastic. He showed me yesterday, and I was really happy that it is actually, this is still moving forward as far as how the site's going. And, you know, and I know you guys all the time are asking me, well, you know, Kris, have you done this video? Can't find it in the vault. I can't find it in the vault. And, you know, it should be a lot easier. I mean, we're still fine tuning it, but it should be a bit easier now. We're actually onto the road to progress, kind of thing. Clumsy Juggler, also proven technique to let you creative and reproduce your results instead of trial and error. Right, exactly. Reziel, Kris, can you explain the silver membership thing? Once upon a time, I was a gold member, but I had to bump to bronze because of finances. Now, unfortunately, if you have, say you have a particular level, well, whenever things change or Matt adjusts how things are working, everybody always gets grandfathered in. So if you were, say, a bronze member, but you always had access to the vault painting videos and stuff, you get grandfathered in. So you're always, if you have a subscription, you're always best to keep it, because you always kind of get grandfathered into things, especially if you had any of the higher tiers. And right now, I don't know if the Indiegogo is still going, but right now Matt is still selling lifetime vault memberships. I think all the early adopters are already taken up, but I think there might be still some left. I don't know. I can't say. I haven't checked the Indiegogo and I haven't asked about it. So, but anyway, the silver membership is just simply you get access to both all the vault all the battle reports and the painting tutorials. It's the silver membership that gets access to the painting tutorials, and bronze just simply gets access to just the bat reps, where silver gets basically access to everything. There used to be golds, but golds what were with discounts and stuff like that, and, you know, who knows if we go back to a system like that. But, you know, again, if you get in now, you know, whenever there's our changes, you always kind of get grandfathered in, so it's actually pretty darn good. So, yeah. Steve McDemon. Okay, that's it for me. I'm off searching for Steve. Lazy Monkey, Kris, my not safe for work comment was to my prior comment, not what you were talking about. Oh, instead of Pet Shop Boys, the Wet Shop Boys. Is that like a Herbert kind of? Sure got some muscly arms. Cocking 555. Never mind. The Search 8's ad blockers. The Search 8's ad blockers. It eats it. It eats it. Oh, the site hates ad blockers. Ad or ad? Is it 1D or 2Ds? Is there ad blockers out there? Like, you know, you go to a search, you go to a site, and let's go 12 plus 5. Crap, the site's blocking me. It's blocking my ad. I can't add on the site. Dad joke, I know. Steve McDemon at Cocking 555. I'm not having any problems with uBlock Origin ad blocker. Maybe that's the difference, because Steve McDemon seems to be using an ad blocker, an AD blocker, as opposed to Shogun, who's using an ADD blocker. Is it an ADD blocker? Attention deficit disorder? Maybe that's what you got there. Maybe that's what... Oh, man. Dad jokes galore, I know. It's such crap, I know. It's such crap. I was like, you know, Kris, just shut the hell up. Let's do an email. Headphones time. Got your headphones on? Here it comes. That wasn't it. Email time. Email time. I always love that one. And of course, for those email jingles that we all love, we always thank Guy Muir Alfer, aka Carl, aka Beer and Blood Bowl, that's his YouTube channel, for devoting some time to this piddly ass show. You know, taking time out of his busy schedule to just, you know, put a smile on our faces. And I enjoy it. I always like it. I always appreciate it. And I always try and catch whatever he's doing on his channel whenever I can. Yeah, so this is from AB or Shri Baba. Anyway, hello Kris. Quite a while since my last email. Anyway, I've fully painted something to show. I am almost satisfied with the whole result. What are your thoughts and suggestions? Happy greetings from Austria, Dominic. Cool, Austria. And so here are some gray knights. Very, very cool. Look at this stuff. I like it. I like the choice of bases. Those look like the Skybore ones, I think, eh? I could be wrong, but that's what those look like. Now, those look like they're on regular 25mm bases. You might want to slap them to 30s sometime. I don't know. Or leave them on 25s. I don't care. I find with the Space Marines, though, when you put them on the bigger bases, like the Horus Heresy models, they look bigger. Somehow it helps them look bigger. I mean, this guy looks plenty huge because he's like way up on a ledge, but anyway. Let's have a closer inspection here. I like the non-metallic metal effect. Dang, did you glaze that? That looks glazed. It's a good job. I like it. At first I was thinking, oh yeah, he's got his swords done. He probably airbrushed it. But no, I think you glazed that. Or wet blended it. Or either way, you hand did it. And I have to say, bravo, bravo, bravo. Excellent, excellent stuff. I like the little glow into the eyes, the intensity in the eyes. I like that. The armor, kind of like a white, actually. It doesn't look metal. Because I see the trim looks metal. But otherwise, really awesome stuff. Oh, different angle. Very nice. Yeah, I like the work on the swords. Very nice. Nice blending. Really nice. I like the bases. Bases work with the models. The kind of bright white and then the kind of off sand color. Oh, we got the backpacks going. Oh, looks like we did some gem effects on the back here, on the backpack. That's kind of cool. A little glow in the, I don't know, whatever the hell those things are on their backs. But Dominic, I'm going to have to say, pretty damn good job here, man. Now, the only thing is that I would recommend you stop doing is shade washing the whole armor. Because that looks like you're base coating it in like a white and then shading it all in Nuln Oil. If you're going to do that, thin the Nuln Oil down so that it's not so heavy. And of course, you might want to get yourself some Liquitex Flow Aid so that it keeps that nice capillary action. So the shade wash goes for the recesses and stuff like that. And, you know, gives you the desired results without overly tinting the broad surfaces. Or just stop using Nuln Oil altogether and just start using, say, a light gray to start off the armor. For example, using Oathran Gray as your base coat for the white, and then say doing a recess shade with say like something like Thunderhawk Blue or Incubi Darkness or Dark Reaper. You break those down into a shade wash consistency, really thin, and you just lay it into the recesses, and then just get everything an edge highlight of white, and that'll give you a nice stark white kind of armor. It's often what gets done for you know, the guys, the armor, white scars. There we go. That's that was the word I was looking for, was white scars. So yes, thank you, Dominic, for sending that in. That was awesome stuff. Really, really nice. And yeah, it was nice work on those swords. I was actually very impressed by that. That was really something. Yeah. Let's do another email. This is from Jacob. Some call him Tim. Hello, Lord Monkey Magic. Lord Monkey Magic. I have just started to redo my house night in a new color scheme. As always, as players in my area had the same colors of House Turinth, black and red, or red and black. So I have chosen to do Malanax. Models have been base coated in new darker metal colors, edging done to metals, pistons done to a lighter metal color, and some brass colors on items. Appreciating on panels. Would love to know your thoughts on how models are done on shading and colors to use on flamer burns, etc., etc. Okay, I gotta read that last sentence again. What? Love to know your thoughts on how the models are done on shading and colors to use in flamers, burners, etc. Okay. I think he's asking to get burn effects on the model. Excuse me. I like when I click things and nothing happens here. There we go. So here is his knight. I like the color scheme. I like that color of the armor. It reminds me of the ABC robot from Judge Dredd. Very cool. I think in the future, although I don't know if it's possible with this kit, but like, when you're doing the armor panels, do them separate from the metals so that you can, keep them somewhat clean, because it looks like some overspray like on the knees and everything like that. Of course, I could be wrong. No, that looks a bit oversprayed. Yeah, I can see it on the thigh here too. Yeah, just being careful of those kind of things. I know we're all in a mad rush to get our models done, but just taking a little bit of time saves us more time in the end. Very cool. I do like the color scheme. Now you want to know about like burns and such. Well, I do have many vids in the vault on how to do scorch marks and burns and soot and things of that nature. I'm not entirely sure exactly what it is exactly you're looking for. Might need some specifics there. But otherwise, yeah. What are you going to do the trim of the armor? Are you going to do the trim of the armor? Because I'm afraid I'm not up on my my Night Titan house color schemes and such. So you're going to have to fill me in. But I do like the color though. I like the bone with the light browns just along the edges there. It's very nice. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, see here, it looks like you're leaving the panels off to get to the fiddly bits. Looks good. Picture some deeper color. Oh, man, look at this thing. Big scary face. Big scary face. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, as far as like the weathering is concerned, though, I'm not 100% sure on what you're looking for, because you said burns and such, and like I'm sure you want to make them look ancient and battle hardened. I think that's where like armor chipping and things like that should come in handy. Soot and rust, things like that might also occur, so you might want to incorporate streaks like around bolt heads and things like that. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure exactly what it is you're looking for though. Like, are you looking for like soot like on the exhausts or like on the weapons, or help me out. But I mean, it looks like you're still like in work in progress, and it looks like maybe you painted them something and then you went back over and did them, eh? I think that's what I'm seeing here. As you said, because you mentioned you had another color scheme and then everybody else was doing it, so you switched it. I think that's what we're looking at here. So, oh, he looks deadly with the big Gatling gun arms. Cool. Oh wow, look at this. I like the heat treating on the barrels. That's really cool. But yeah, I mean, like this all feels very work in progress. I think what we need is a little bit of clarification as to like what kind of particular effect you're looking for. Like what are you looking to do? Because I'm not 100% sure on what it is precisely. Because otherwise I could sit here all day and just name off all the things that you could possibly do to the miniature, and that's not a terribly effective use of our time. So, but I mean, everything looks great. I know the paint was there. The only thing is, though, is I think when you are going back and redoing armor plates, that you should take the time and mask off areas, just so that, you know, those metal areas, you don't have to go back and retouch those up, because, again, you end up spending more time on it, right? And, you know, you just don't want to do that, because it ends up wasting your time, and you don't want to waste time, right? Because we only have so much precious time to work on our stuff, and, you know, you want to be efficient about things. At least try to be, anyway. David Vaughn, if anyone can find the lifetime membership stuff on Indiegogo, post a link. If you look at the Mini Wargaming site, there should be a link for Matt's Indiegogo campaign, because it's for the new show that he wants to do. Course, I'm not seeing anything. Oh, he has one that's an update he did in the central middle column area. And oh, the campaign's done. Yeah, it's closed. It's done. Never mind. It's done. And he sold about half of the lifetime memberships. You missed out. And the people who got early got a really good deal. People who buy the lifetime memberships, we sell them for way too cheap. In my opinion, we sell them for way too cheap. You get a lot with a membership. And, you know, personally, I think we sell them for way too cheap. But Matt is practically just giving those away. So whenever you see Matt advertising lifetime memberships, I definitely would recommend you jump on it, because that's a deal. Whatever he's offering for that membership is a deal. Because if it was up to me, it'd be a lot pricier. But that's why it's not up to me. Where am I? Jim, wait, is there a way to show the whole width of the email on screen? It's the way the screen formats the email. Because sometimes the emails are really long, it wants to write it out. And sometimes if pictures are attached, like, not sometimes if they're attached, but like if they're in the body of the message, then the picture can be really broad, because the thing, and I mean, like, you can't scale the whole thing, you know. Be exhausting if I was adjusting the damn thing every time, right? I need an assistant. That's what I need. I need an assistant. I need a monkey in here to handle all these things, so I can just sit here and talk and look at the camera, and, you know, yeah, I need an assistant monkey. Where are we? Reziel, having some issues keeping up with live case. Live case? What's live case? Oh, live cast. As I'm out and about. See you later, everyone. I don't know. The live cast. I don't know. Well, it looks like you're on YouTube. Have you ever tried watching on Twitch? Because I'm going to be doing these on a regular basis. Way the Brush is on both YouTube and Twitch. So, I know some people prefer on their mobile devices Twitch over YouTube. I don't know. So, let me know. Lazy Monkey, I wonder if it was intentional that the blades have one part blended and then the other part an abrupt transmission from light to dark. Don't know. I can only assume it's mostly deliberate. Aaron Seach, hello, Kris, hello, monkeys, hello, Aaron. Lazy Monkey, I like the color choice on the night. Coincidentally, similar to the previous email as well. Must be a seasonal trend. Yeah, it must be, right? Yeah. Sean, Sir Peanut Butter and Kris, I was going through your different HH quick tips the other day, and I didn't see an armor video for Dark Angels, just symbols and lenses. What would be an easy way to do a metallic black? Okay. Dark Angels with metallic black. It's throwing me off there. With metallic black, I mean, like, the easiest way to go about it, like, you want a proper metallic paint that's black, you could either go to scale 75, which has a really great dark metal. Also, I think McGee has one, and I think Vallejo has one. It's just like, it's always like a black almost with metal flakes in it. Of course, you always take a bit of Abaddon, like one little part Abaddon, and say 2 parts Lead Belcher. Give that a mix, and that'll give you a nice dark metallic color. It won't be quite as lustrous as a purpose-made one, but it's pretty close. It's a good approximation, if that's the kind of dark metallic you're talking about. Yeah. So if you're doing with Citadel colors, try a 2 Lead Belcher to 1 Abaddon black. Give them a mix. It's not going to be as metallic lustrous as, say, for example, what's it called? Black metal? Scale 75. What's it called? Yeah, it's called black metal. And it's a metallic color, but it gets black, you know. But it's still got lots of metal in it. So, yeah, you could try that. Aaron Seach, on Twitch, will the name of the show be Twitch of the Brush? Twitch of the Brush? No. Not likely. Maybe? I don't know. Possibly. Could be. Sorry, I'm just clicking through things here. All right. Yeah, so we need a name for the show. We need a name. The Gim. Oh my God, the Toque sucks like Eldar do. I love you too, Gim. I love you too. Like, what the F, man? I was feeling good about, like, what am I supposed to do? Just take the hat off? It's screw it, because Jim said it's no good. Because that ain't happening. So I don't know why you bother spouting the Eldar hate. Like, why are you hating, man? Why are you hating? Why are you hating? The Toque of the Brush. There we go. That'll throw people off. The Toque of the Brush. Can I change it here? No, I can't change it here. Can I change it here? I can change it here. Done. Man. Okay. There, can I change it here? Can I change it here? What if I go here? And if I go here? And if I go here? I can go here. Toque of the Brush. There we go. Boom. Saved. Toque of the Brush. Boom. Bing, bang, boom. Hey, didn't save it. What the fritz? Okay, well, I'm going to have to do it from the video manager now. Because Twitch is being funny. No, it's there. What the hell? Okay, updated. Screw you, man. There we go. Alright. It's still not updating on the thing. Oh, forget it. I'm not going to argue with this thing all day long. It said it updated it. I believed it. It's wrong. That is how you spell Toque. Yeah. Ebb and flow. Toque Zug Zug the Gim. What the hell, dude? Toque Zug Zug the Gim? Are you recording these, like making sound bites? like what the hell, dude? Toque Zug Zug the Gim. Sir Peanut Butter, thanks. Playing Dark Angels for Horse Heresy and thinking about metallic versus regular black for armor. Oh, okay. I see. Yeah, Dark Angels pre-Horse Heresy because they're black and you want to do black metallic. Got you. Okay, now it all makes sense now. I'm a little slow. So, yeah. I would go with scale 75. I'm pretty sure Vallejo makes a black metallic. And Amiga Ammo makes a black metallic, I'm pretty sure. Scale 75, I use theirs. I love it. It's great. It's fantastic. It's a really fun way. Starting off, you know, anything metals, especially if it's going to be really dark, perfect. Boom. You don't even have to use shade washes. Just lay that down and start highlighting, and you know you're done. The GIMP. It's a role I have to play. Oh. The Kadar models are missing from my Necromunda. I didn't take them. Dark Commission at GIMP. The Eldar intercepted your box. They intercepted. Intercepted. You were intercepted. Oh, sorry here. Gotta fix my hair here. I can feel my hair moving under my toque. Is Canada the only place that refers to it as a toque? Is it? Because I'd like to know. You know. And yeah, I'm wearing this all the time. By the way, people. I mean, you're just gonna see me wandering around. This thing will be on my head. He took it off. Mission accomplished. The Emperor is happy. Let's do some more emails because we can. Because actually, I think we need to catch up a little bit. I think. Yeah. Let's. I think we're gonna just keep on blasting through these emails. I can see both Twitch and YouTube just fine. Twitch seems to be quiet at the moment. Everybody just seems to be minding their own thing. I don't know what's going on there, but ooh, the Twitch stream looks like it's kind of greeny. I don't know what that's about. Everything seems to be fine. I don't know. I can't say. I don't know. I don't control the internet. And it's back on. Anyway, Kris, we always call them toboggan caps in northern Wisconsin. Toboggan caps? Yeah. But you never called them toques, though, did you? Because I think that's a Canadian thing. I think it's a French Canadian thing. Because I think the French it's a French Canadian word. I think. Aaron Siege, put a propeller on the top, and it would be a true Eldar hat. Just Lazy Monkey, email for the email god, pics for the pics throne. Okay, that sounded even stupider than I had in my head. I like the email for the email god. I like that. Anyway, headphones. Headphones! Email time. Email time. Whoops. I didn't even pick the right damn one yet. This next one's from Steve McGee. Yeah, I wish I could adjust this better, but yeah, for whatever reason, it gives me this like arc. I'll have to try and fix that next time. Anyway, hey Kris, after coming back to Warhammer 40k hobby, I feel that I no longer enjoy collecting armies and painting or playing battles, but I'm enjoying the painting more than ever. So I decided to save myself some money and switch to model kits. Cool. Attached you'll find the Tamiya 135 scale Sherman Easy 8. Somehow the weathering looks a bit more over the top in the pictures than it does in real life. Especially the reddish dust isn't that pronounced. I will be adding packing on the back, making a small diorama to give her a story the next time I have some hours to waste. Anyway, I wonder what you think of Easy Emily. And so here is his 135 scale Easy 8 Sherman tank from World War II. For anybody who didn't quite realize all that. I think it looks awesome. Yeah, it kind of does need a base. I mean, I even got a nice bit of weathering going on. Now, my question is, are you going about this model like a typical modeler, Or are you going about it like a miniature painter? Are you going about priming this and base coating it and shading it and highlighting it, and you know what I mean? Like, are you going about it in that regards, or are you going about it like a scale modeler, where basically you're laying, you know, you might be priming, you might not be. It all depends on what techniques you're going to be using. You're just laying that base color down. Especially if you're working in enamels, you usually don't even see a lot of guys put a prime job onto the model, and then they just start laying the enamels down. And you know, so I'm curious to know what kind of fashion you're going about your modeling here. You know, because it sounds like you're making the transition from a 40K modeler to a regular kind of scale modeler. Myself, I started off in scale models and got into, well, not a lot of scale models. There was a lot of cars, stuff like that, World War II kits, planes. I still have all the World War II planes. You know, then I got into 40K, and, you know, and I transitioned from, you know, doing just basic kind of 2-3 layers of paint, as opposed to, you know, building up a lot of layers of paint. It's kind of, I guess, what I'm getting at here. Because I'm seeing this really nice weathering on the sides here, and these bullet scratches and stuff, and I'm just wondering, like, if that's stuff that you picked up from doing 40K kits and things like that. Like, I'm liking how the Emily looks on the side. Like, that looks like it was done with a big grease marker. I'm liking the little notches of weathering, you know, just to throw that texture onto the model. The weathering looks fine to me. I mean, you see a lot of deep reds, but I mean, you know, they could have been fighting in some sort of clay field where, you know, the clay is just like all over the tank, and you know, yeah, I think it looks excellent as far as, you know, the weathering is concerned. I mean, I love the water streaking and stuff. That looks awesome. The weathering on the decals, you know, I think it's all really good, and yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing a diorama of this. This is going to be cool. And for any of you guys out there who have not done model kits, pick one up the next time you're at the hobby store. Instead of doing like a regular 40K kit, pick up like one of these model kits. And especially if you can find yourself some of the newer Tamiya kits, like the Tamiya World War II kits and stuff like that, because they're really detailed and they have a lot of parts to them, and some of them will even have like the engine casings and like the engines exposed and just all sorts of detail. And just to keep it fun, I would keep with a similar scale, about a 1/48 scale, which is about close to like 40K scale, just for giggles, you know. The gim, I like the scratches and the chipping. Yeah, I like the scratches and chipping too. I thought that was an excellent touch. And that looks done more like a miniature painter than a scale modeler, which I thought was kind of interesting. Steam McDemon, it's a mix. It's a prime pre-shade base coat, weather with the brush, weather with oils, weather with enamels, and finally weather with dry pigments. Very, very cool. Yeah, so it's just a base coat, and then you just start into the weathering process. Very typical of a lot of scale modelers. Yeah, that's the way a lot of scale modelers work. Old Man Logan, there he is. George Hintz, in Canada, toque is the common name for the knitted winter hat or watch cap, sometimes called a beanie in other parts of the world and spelled toque. Although not recognized by Canadian Oxford Dictionary, it is sometimes seen in written English. The Canadian English term was assimilated from Canadian French toque, or toque, first appeared in writing around 1870. Wow, that's quite a history lesson there, George. Thanks. The gim, Chris dropped the Christmas cheer one middle finger at a time. Yeah. Oh man, Aaron Siege, the weathering looks like that Sherman doesn't look overdone, just dirty like dirt from northern France. Yeah, no, I thought the weathering was spot on. I thought the weathering was just right, and I mean, like the red just means they could have went through clay, and if it was fighting over like well beat up clay, then that would be like a wash over the tank, and I mean, like it would splash, and clay would be all over the vehicle, and yeah, so no, I don't think there was anything wrong with any of that weathering, or look funny. It didn't I didn't see it. I mean, like, and go, oh my, that's too much, or that, you know. No, I liked it all, man. I thought it was all excellent. I'm still looking at it right now. I mean, like it looks good. It's making me almost want to go pick up a World War II kit right now and go do something, you know. But I gotta finish my other Bandai kits. Steam Demon Tamiya is great, lots of detail, but not nightmarish like Dragons kits. Oh, I've never heard of Dragons kits. Send me a link. The game, my only complaint, and I don't want to be this guy, but it looks like he used the rubber tracks. Some dips in the tracks along with the top rollers would show some weight to the tracks. Oh, okay. You are going to be that guy, Jim. I see what you mean. It put some weight onto those tracks rather than having the tension right across, but actually having a bit of a bowing on the top part of the tracks. I got you. Yeah. Good call. I agree. I would agree. Get on it, man. Steam, get on it, man. Put some weight on those tracks. George, be careful of the questions you ask. I know. Dorn Jr. Kris, did you talk about your tournament in the other stream, or did I miss it? Yes, you did miss it. I did talk about it in the last stream. I actually talked about it early on in the last stream. Yeah, because last Sunday stream I talked about it, and you know, basically I had a lot of fun. I took well, you guys can't see them, but my seer council took them out for a spin, and they are quite effective. They're quite effective. Fought orcs, a horde orc army, an Imperial Guard army with a Baneblade, and Space Marine, Blood Angels, pre-codex, and they were very effective. It was all very effective. It was a minor win, a draw, and a major win. And yeah, although the draw, it probably hard to say. It could have been if it kept on going. It might have been a loss for me if I would have kept on going. So hard to say, you know. But my opponent didn't want to go any further, and I was, you know, I really didn't see, because all I would have done was hunker on the thing, and I mean, like, you know, I would have took pot shots, and, you know, I mean, like, you know, it was better we ended it where it was, you know. So yeah, that, in a nutshell, that was the rundown. Aaron Seach, seeing the Sherman makes me want to finish my 135 scale Panther. Cool. That's cool. Very cool. Thank you. That's Steamy Demon. Still a beautiful model. Yes, was. Very good. All right, let's do another email. Because we can. Because we will. Yeah. This is from Jacob Jamie again. Hello, Lord Monkey Magic. Can I ask where do you think I should put chipping damage? Holy man, it's like he asked this like he knew how I would respond. Chipping damage on the model and areas I should do heavy and light. I was thinking brown and metal color over the top chipping purposes. As always, thank you for the work and content. So he's already, it looks like he's already cleaning stuff up, which is great. You know, got the armor plates. He's already starting to do eyeballs and doodads. And the weathering, I mean, if you've already laid your paint down onto the model surface, as you've done here, I definitely would recommend the sponge method of using a very tight sponge. You often find it in blister packs of like privateer press models, model kits and stuff like that. Will have the little really small porous type of gray sponge. Sorry, I'm having a hard time talking here. The other one is oftentimes you'll see them in the painting sections in any kind of big box store or whatever, and they offer you know, like those quick and easy kind of sponge brushes for their touch-up brushes. Anyway, that's the kind of fine sponge we're talking about. And then just doing just the edges and corners and stuff. Doing it in a darker brown, sure, would work. Or even a reddy brown, kind of like, what the hell is it? Rhinox hide. Rhinox hide would actually be a good one to start off with. And then touching it up with, say, Iron Breaker. And coming in and applying both colors. So using both the brown and the silver with the sponge, not the same sponge. Tear off another chunk and, you know, use a different sponge. And, you know, work at it that way, and just work at the corners and anywhere kind of you think logically like chipping and stuff would occur. Oftentimes, less is more, but because the model surface is so big, you might want to think about kind of where about wearing would go. I would avoid not too many in the middle of surfaces, just like a couple points here and there, maybe in corners and such. Again, it's kind of hard to describe. I would kind of have to show you exactly like where I'm talking about, like where weathering would occur, right? I mean, like I'd imagine a lot of weathering would occur down here, right? Upper points, connection points, stuff like that, around the head joints, you know, shoulder, outer pad, you know. Sometimes you get some right in the middle of armor plates, but I really wouldn't lay them down too heavy. Just a little bit here and there. Yeah, I like that. It's looking a lot better now. Very cool. Yeah. So, and I mean, like, it can occur all over the place. It's really up to you as to what kind of look you're after, because I mean, like, with the weathering, I mean, you can go really far with it and give them a really beaten up kind of look, but that might not be the kind of look you're looking for. And so it's kind of, you know, like, what kind of look are you looking for? Like, are you looking for this really battle hardened kind of Titan, or, you know, or is it kind of just a moderate damage? Is it chipping? You know, because again, like, there's so many ways to achieve these effects. You know, weathering is really quite a large process. I mean, like, look at previous examples, Steve McGee's tank. I mean, like, he quickly described off what he had done, and I mean, like, it was one base coat, but a whole bunch of weathering steps. You know what I mean? So it's what kind of look are you after? Where are we? The game, once you play as Eldar, you have already lost at life. Gim, you're not going to like this next one. You might as well change the channel. This is from Vordun. Ho there, Kris. I finally caved in and upgraded my $30 junk airbrush to a nice Patriot 105, and man, oh man, should I have done that sooner. Fantastic airbrush. Here's some stuff I've been able to do with it so far. Hemlock and wavy, still work in progress, but at this rate, I'll actually meet my goal of finishing this new Eldar army and playing a game before Christmas. Paint hard and drink from the right cup. Vortun. And so here is his Hemlock, and this looks really, really cool. It looks like he's going Altiok. I really kind of like what he's going on with his base as well. That looks kind of cool. I like the highlighting on it. I like that little panel separation. I like the highlighting on the engine fuselage. That's really, really cool. The effect along the bone on the back of the wing, that's really nice. Rangers, look at those Rangers. Everybody's going Altiok these days, eh? Don't blame them. I don't blame them at all. Wave Serpent, really, really cool. I like it. Very interesting choice to go with, like, kind of going in those corners. Now, did you? Yeah, you had to have masked those corners off to get into those areas, because yeah, because like you can see, like, this area here with dark color, and then you got this nice bright fade here. Yes. Did you mask off every little area, or did you use something just to kind of carefully mask off areas? What did you do there, Vortun? Because I'm kind of curious. But it looks really good. I like where you're going with it. Please send more. Send more. Lazy Monkey. Monkey magic comes after donkey punching. Whoa. Giant's Chop Shop. Lord Monkey Magic. Is that a sex thing? It could be. Could be. David Vaughn posted hate miniatures pics on Discord. Okay, I'll have to check them out later. You posted them in the general? Oh, okay, yeah, you posted in general. Oh, yeah. Oh, I like that guy with his, like, kilt of skulls or whatever. That's really cool. How big is he, though? Oh, he's big. It's like bigger than an ogre type size. Almost GW giant size, it almost looks like. Yeah, those models are really detailed. Very cool. Bum. The Gim, amazing, awesome, eye-popping painting with that airbrush. Too bad you wasted it on an Eldar model. Don't you have something better to be doing, Jim? Than listen to me yammer on about stuff? Johnny Chop Shop, donkey punching. Is that like spanking the monkey? No. It's nothing like spanking the monkey. Because spanking the monkey only requires one. To get a good donkey punch in, it requires a second person. At least. Because nobody's ever donkey punched themselves. Not that I know of. In fact, I think it might be physically impossible to donkey punch yourself. It might be. Sammy, Spanky the Monkey. Wasn't that a song by The Clash? I think it is. Jacopo Monglo. Greetings, Jacopo. The Gim. Don't look up donkey punching. Dr. Santos, donkey punching machines. Ebb and flow. Donkey punching could earn you 3 to 5 years. Oh, jeez. David Vaughn. Then it pleases me to be the first to donkey punch myself right in the kidneys. Dr. Santos, the new fad in punching. It's not a new fad. It's been around for a while. Johnny's Chop Shop. The game I'm not going to. No, don't do it. Don't look it up. Sammy, Sheriff, don't like it. But then again, those bastards hate most things in life. So who cares anyhow? But I digress. Danny V, Fantasy 40K. Good day there all. Good day, Danny V. Welcome. I can see you're on Twitch. So welcome. This is only the second episode in a very long time that Way of the Brush has been on Twitch. And so, welcome. I have been enjoying doing things on Twitch lately. And again, it seems like some people prefer Twitch over YouTube as far as like the live streaming thing is concerned. So, you know, it was Tolo, aka, what the hell's your Twitch handle? Mad Hoser? Yeah, Mad Hoser, I think. Why he's got to have multiple handles, I have no idea. But anyway, it was under his advice that I look into doing, you know, simulcast restreaming kind of stuff. So, yeah, we can all thank him for putting the idea in my head. Ben Ellis, episode 182, Dunking Punching Eldar. Ninny Plug, Bob Ross paints with the power cosmic. Yes, I got my Bob Ross going today. Channeling some Bob Ross. Because, you know, he's Ross. He's the boss. It's Ross the boss. Sammy C. No glitches on Twitches. Maybe it's better than YouTube. I don't know. Is it? I don't know. You guys tell me. Is the service better? Like, is the stream better on Twitch? I have no idea. I don't watch a lot of Twitch live streams, and I don't watch a lot of YouTube streams as well. So, you know, I have no idea. Aaron Siege, let the Eldar hate flow. Am I saying this right? Jacopo? Maybe it's like Jacopo? Anyway. Did you hand knit that Samhan hat? No, I did not. Knit Fink knitted the hat. And so, yeah. So you can thank Knit Fink. It was on Discord. She had posted something on there, and it was she had done a tier knit hat for somebody, and I was like, wow, that looks freaking awesome. I would, could you do one for me? And she was kind enough to knit me up one, and so there we go. And I've got one now, and I'll wear it every day proudly, unless of course Jim's around, in which case he'll probably try and hide it on me or something. Steve McDemon, Rob Boss. Lazy Monkey, episode 182, Donkey Punched Eldar Toque. Johnny Shop. My God! David Vaughn, Twitch is for lame asses. YouTube's, baby. So there we go. So we have a divide. We have a divide, apparently, between the YouTubes and the Twitches. And so, why not entertain both? Prawn Hamdens. For Twitch versus YouTube, the main difference for me is the format. Late night painting is good as I can watch the Monkey Master at work. No difference for the platform. Very cool. Danny V. I watch both, and lately I'm more on Twitch. Okay, interesting. Oh, okay. It's pronounced Jacopo. It's Italian. It's Italian? Okay. Jacopo? 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 Jacopo. Oh, okay. Because with the J, it's more of like a, yeah, H sound kind of thing. Yeah, okay. Gotcha. Jacopo. Okay. Jacopo, 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 Jacopo. That's just so me I can remember. Jacopo. Because when I see it, it's Jacopo. Johnny's Chop Shop. Why did I Google that? Why? Dr. Santos. The hat is great. Man walks down the street in the hat. People know he's not afraid of anything. That's right. Because they know they see me wearing the Bob Ross shirt or Way the Brush shirt, and they'll know that, hey, this guy's not to be trifled with. And then they'll see the Sam Han hat, and they go, hey, I'm really not trifling with this guy. Maybe. I don't know. Or I might get my ass kicked. One of the two. Look at this nerd in the Bob Ross hat. The Sam Han hat. Anyway. David Vaughn. Kris, I'm going to send you a cool hat too. I'll try to find another cool one for you. Okay. It's not going to be about donkey punching or anything like that, is it? Jacopo. Jacopo. Jacopo? Jacopo? Poo? Poo? Is it po or poo? Like a long O sound or a short O sound? Jacopo. I'll say Jacopo. Jacopo? Jacopo. Or maybe it's poo. I don't know. Are we comfortable with poo? Saying exactly. Time we had here. Holy crap, it's a 1, 2, 3. It's 1:23 for me. Which means we gotta get through some more emails. Let's do another email. Something move. Short O. Okay, saying short O. Short O. So Jacopo. Po, right? Jacopo? Right? Is that how I'm saying it? The name butchering is in full effect. Yeah, I know it is. It is in full effect, man. We are like full on butchering names. But Jacopo, I'm sure it might not be his first time watching this show. It might be, you know, he might have been watching for a while and has probably never commented, knowing that I'll probably mess the name up. And so I'm not going to put my name in because he's probably going to screw it right up anyway, so I'm not going to say anything. Jacopo, when I worked in Ireland, I gave up. I just gave up and told fellas to call me Jack. Yeah, just call me Jack. Forget it, man. Po, poo, pa, pa. Lazy Monkey. Next for Way the Brush merchandise. Way the Brush toques. Way the Brush toques. With big Sam Han logos on them. Oh, man. Prawn this might be his last after this butchery. It might be. I don't know. I'm sure we're gaining and losing followers at about a consistent rate. Let's do an email. This is from our buddy Ben Ellis. Hello, could you please advise me how to do weathering effects? Geez, what is with all these weathering questions? Chips and dirts on large models, and where to apply these effects. Images attached of a work in progress. Where to apply weathering? This is a very serious question. Apparently, this weathering. This is very serious. Now, he's got this. Oh yeah, I like the wolf head on this. This is very cool. That's very cool. So anyway, the weathering. How do you want to do the weathering? Again, it comes down to how much weathering you want to do. How much do you picture on this guy? Now, typically, when we're weathering, like for example here, oh crap, screw off. Okay, for example, let's say for example on the feet. Okay, where would weathering occur? Well, because see, the hard part is that these are completely made up things. You have to imagine where weathering occurs. You have, and maybe that's a good exercise. Maybe, as I mentioned earlier about everybody picking up a World War II kit or something, you know, like a realistic kind of kit, and weather it, just to get you in the mindset, because this is completely fantasy, right? Nothing like this exists. So how does it weather? It's anybody's guess. But we know how things typically weather, you know, from you know, construction equipment and tanks, vehicles, garbage, stuff like that, right? So typically something like this, I would weather more heavily at the toe tip and then along the outer edges of each of the toes, but there'd be more weathering along the toe ends. Why? Because he's taken a step and it might crash into things, right? So his toes actually would be quite weathered. The space between the toes might be more weathered than the space above the toes, right? So there might not even be any weathering up here, but there might be weathering between the toes, okay? The shin guards. The bottom of the shin guards might see more weathering, for more action, because there could be guys running up and they're shooting and they're gouging at the armor and stuff like that. And we have to imagine that the armor is really thick and, you know, pretty indestructible kind of stuff, right? So shooting laser guns and stuff like that would only like chip the paint. And so we'd imagine more weathering along the bottom portions of the armor plate, right? For knee pads and thighs, well, we can imagine knee pads and thighs getting damaged because as these giant robots are fighting each other, you know, he's throwing a knee up and he's blocking, and so there'd be little chips saving the dead center or off on the edges, you know, and same with the thigh. There could be damage and wear and tear off the thighs. The groin plate is the same kind of thing, you know, all the edges could be just kind of worn. Who knows where can occur on, you know, for example, when they service this guy. So when he goes in, steps into the mechanic's bay, and they pull this plate off to work on his connectors or whatever, and they attach the plate. Well, invariably, wear occurs on the plates as they take them off and put them back on, right? So it doesn't always have to be battle wear. It could also be just, you know, use kind of wear, that he's just worn out from use. The weathering could also be, maybe it's a harsh environment. Maybe it's rain, acid rain pouring down, and it's melting his paint job. It's scuffing up and creating rust marks in the paint job. And so you have lots of, you know, runoffs and stuff like that on the armor. You know, maybe the tops of this border here would see more wear because maybe there's like hail and snowstorms and, you know, sandstorms. And I mean, like, there's so many ways to weather. There's not just one particular thing. That's why my head's about to explode from all these weathering questions, because there's just so many ways. Like, what in particular, what do you want to see? How do you imagine the weathering? There's just so many possibilities to weather. And you know what I mean? Like, and especially in 40K where we can let our imaginations run wild, you know, you're like, however you weather it, you're not going to be wrong. Because there's no way to tell, because how is a Night Titan going to look under an acid rain or even a hailstorm, right? It doesn't exist. There's no reference materials for it, right? You make it up. Now, the typical way I would recommend, especially for a model like this that has been fully painted, would be to use the sponge method. Now, if you're not familiar with the sponge method, I have many videos on it in Mini Wargaming's Vault on using the sponge method, but you can also find some videos out there for doing the sponge method and, you know, such like that. But there's also other many ways of doing it as well, because, you know, you can get some of the ones that you see on Space Marines where they use a combination of sponge method and highlighting as well, which is one of my favorite ways of going about for small areas. But for a large model like this, I'd probably just stick to using the sponge method with the metallics as a secondary color, just to show the exposed areas of the you know, like of the metal. But then again, I mean, who's to say that underneath that prime is bare metal and then that metal started to rust? And so then you would have rusting occurring, right? It's, again, it's all in how you imagine the wear and tear on this thing. I think everybody should do a World War II kit and weather it and to get into the mindset of how vehicles and such were worn out over those times, where they're just out in the environments for years and years. Really fantastic job, by the way, on this paint job. I mean, the biggest bit of advice I would give you for this is less is more. I know you've heard me say that many, many times, but less is more. I would not go too wild on the armor chips and stuff like that. Battle damage. I mean, personally, I like nice clean paint jobs, and this is a nice clean paint job. I mean, what's wrong with looking nice and clean? I mean, it looks well kept. I mean, you know, if he was in battle for ages and ages, and then he gets back to home base, and then they, you know, they patch him up and repaint him and send him back out into the field. I mean, you know, he doesn't have to always be, you know, worn right down, right? So, yeah. Again, I mean, like, you know, there's many, many possibilities for how we can weather these things. There's not just one way. Now, there's many common techniques for doing it, but there's many techniques for achieving weathering on models. You may have heard of like the hairspray method, the salt method, the sponge method. You could simply just pan paint the damage on. You know, there's many different ways. And so, you know, if you knew you were going to weather it from the beginning, then maybe you would have stuck with the hairspray or salt method, which is pretty much the same thing. You know, and after doing a really nice paint job like that, and then, you know, coming in and doing maybe a little bit of sponging just on some edges and stuff like that, just to get some wear and tear on the thing, sure, why not, right? But I would not go crazy over, you know, over weathering it. You got a really nice paint job there. I really hate to see just too much weathering on it. Yeah, Steve McDemon, that's a great idea. Maybe look at a movie like Mecha, like Pacific Rim. Pacific Rim is a good example, where basically like they're battle-hardened machines, but like just some of the corners, because it looks like it's like access to, like, you know, the components and stuff like that, right? So, yeah. Sometimes the wear and tear is not just battle damage; it's, you know, just him out, you know, walking around and, you know, traipsing through the woods and kicking stones over and knocking trees down, and, you know what I mean, like just wear and tear. Look at any construction vehicle. Like, look, that's another one. Look at construction vehicles and how they are weathered and stuff, because those things sit out in the ages all the time, right? Ben Ellis, thanks, Grim. I will try maybe 2 or 3 tops if I can find some videos on them, but like Kris has just said, I will try to keep it a small amount of maybe. Yeah, I mean, you've got a really nice paint job going there. I would hate to see you ruin it by over-weathering the model. I mean, why I say that is because you have lots of color transitions going on, okay? When we start to really weather things, like, for example, okay, here's an example. Here's an example, okay? I have a knight right here, okay? This is Steve's Iron Warriors knight. Okay, now this is a straight up silver and black kind of paint job. Okay, just silver and black. Not a lot of color variance, no gradients, no nothing, no highlighting, stuff like that, right? Here, I started a weathering process on it. And now it's only on the upper body. The freaking lights are really, really bright. You might have recognized this from some videos here. You know what, let's see. Oh, man. I hate the way this freaking camera is just in the damn lights. Let's go here. Okay. Oh, who the hell keeps ringing my phone? Yeah. And see? All I did was weather those colors. The silver and the bronze, or it was gold, actually. That's all I did. I weathered it. Okay? It was exactly the same get him over here. Oops, stuff's falling off this guy. Okay, it started off exactly the same as this guy, and look at the difference in how the metal looks and the trim, even the black, from weathering. Okay, what you have going on with your Space Wolf Knight is you got some really beautiful gradients going. You got some really wonderful color variations going on. And if you start weathering, you're going to kill all that. You're going to kill all that wonderful, wonderful highlighting that you've done. Versus if you'd have kept it bigger, bold colors, kind of like our other examples with the bone armor, he can go into a lot of weathering because he hasn't introduced a lot of color gradients and stuff like that, because the weathering is going to creep into all the recesses, and you know what I mean, like all the, oh, I got to refix the focus here. It's all blurry. There we go. Okay. So hopefully, Ben, that helps. And hopefully, crap, I can't remember the other name who sent the other night pictures in, but yeah. I mean, weathering, it's a huge thing. And there are many videos and actually a couple of books. I mean, AK Interactive, they're a paint line for modelers. That's all they sell is weathering effects. That's all they sell. They're just a weathering company because weathering is such a huge part of modeling, especially in the World War II models, getting that right look, because, you know, you can lay that metal down all nice and shiny, but you don't want it to look like that. You want it to look more like aluminum. They got to weather it. You know, sometimes there might be rips and tears, and you know what I mean, like just bazillion different things, man. It's all you, and when you're weathering, you're creating a history for that model, right? What worlds is it fighting on? Was he in some sort of crazy ass, you know, sandstorm, and you know his paint is constantly like, he was standing there for 100 years and the wind was blowing only at his right hand side, and so all the weathering just occurred. It was like sandblasting the model, and you know what I mean, like he was just worn on one side of his armor. You know what I mean? Like you're creating a history when you weather, right? And so you kind of have to like try and get into the character of the piece. If you're just going to do kind of generic kind of weathering, yeah, there's many videos. But if you really want to get into your weathering, yeah, you got to imagine the backstory to the weathering. Why did that occur, right? But that also requires a lot of reference and study to know how these things occur. How that weathering occur? How does that rust occur? Why do these conditions? Why does the vehicle look all messed up like that and still work perfectly fine, right? I mean, like, you know, you got to examine these kinds of things. The Gib Robot Jocks. Anybody remember that movie, Robot Jocks? Oh man, yeah, it's old school. Achilles, I've already killed you right here. Points to his head. Oh, Gim, only you would bring that one up. Ebb and Flow at Kris. Are you monster in witness protection? What? Am I in witness protection? Big Star Wars fan 10 just got here. Love the hat, Kris. Well, thank you, big Star Wars fan. And like, you got the handle better than I did. Big Star Wars fan. That's what I should have been called. Big Star Wars fan. Yeah. I don't get it. Ebb and Flow. What does that mean? Am I in witness protection? Am I in witness protection? Am I? Ben Ellis, yeah, that helps a lot. Thanks. No problem. Dark Commission, you have to be really sure you want to do weathering and damage, because once you start, you have to see it through. Yes, exactly. That's another one too. Yes. Once you start, you got to keep going. You got to see to its end. And you kind of have to imagine what you want to see at the end. You know? Yeah. It's not just some simple process. I mean, essentially it is. But there's so much more that you can do, and you know what I mean, and really kind of bring character to your piece. Again, you know, like, you know, some people like ponder. You know, miniature painting, is it art? Sure, I would argue sure, because it's expression. Because these are the points that you get to express yourself, right? These are these little things where you get to express your own character, your own wishes and your own, convey ideas forward. You know what I mean? Like I said, like the weathering and introducing. You know what I mean? Like, why would he only be weathered on one side of him? Because he was standing for 100 years in a sandstorm, and you know what I mean? Like all these different things. So it's all about expression. Lazy Monkey, in 40k, realistic to setting, weathering and battle damage would be hugely important, especially on things like Titans, because most of them are so old. Sure, but I mean, when they move from theater to theater, they would have time to patch them up and give them a new paint job, and you know what I mean? Like, I'm sure the Mechanicus have entire, clans that are dedicated to certain tasks, right? Like Mechanicus would have servers just for, oiling parts, and just for diagnosis, and just for, bumping the dents out, and just for repainting and body touch-up, and you know what I mean? Like, all these things. I would imagine that they had just entire crews that just come over and just, and reservice the vehicle, right? At least change the oil. Sammy C. Okay, it's a good day. Just picked up a new small item project. Yay for me. P.S. I like the cap, Kris. Well, thank you. Dr. Santos. Dang it, Kris. Your hat makes me want to have a Star Wars Empire themed hat now. Ooh, Star Wars Empire. That'd be cool. I'd wear an Empire one. Just because. I was about to go grab my lightsaber, but never mind. Lord Krabby, isn't there a Star Wars miniature game, Fantasy Flight Games is released soon? Yes. Star Wars Legion? Yeah. Isn't it already out? I thought it was already out. Yeah. Jacobo Po. I recall that a lot of time ago, GW used to sell things called Water Effect, but right now it's out of production. I heard that Vallejo has something alongside that kind of product too. Yes, they do. They sell a few things for water. Really, really good stuff. Something to resemble a gentle stream or pristine water, not some puddles or stagnant water or something similar. Yeah, they do. Ben Ellis, cool. Just change out the oil. Just change the oil. Yeah, just bring your Titan in. Just change the oil. Jacopo, there's a question above. Was there? Oh, got a question for the... Sir, you have any advice for realistic water effects on a model basis, especially small ones, like 30 milliliter? For realistic water, I mean... like on small bases like that, it's really, really hard. Depends. I mean, it all depends on what kind of effect you're looking for. I mean, like if you want to illustrate depth, then you would go with resin. Clear resin. Mask off the area, you know what I mean? Like, or secure off the area, the base. Build up foliage or whatever you want to have. Like if it was like something simulating underwater, like a little fish swimming by, whatever. Right? I don't have no idea what you're imagining, why you want water, but anyway. And then pour your resin, and then you put your model affixed on top. If he's standing on a dock or pillar or what have you, whatever. Right? It's that's not a lot of room for water. Now, to do a water effect on the base, just very simply, you can always paint it somewhat dark. Say dark blue, dark browns, dark greens, and then build it up through the light little blues, build up just a little bit brighter along the edges, and then hit it with a gloss varnish. And if you use something like Art Coat, you can just give it one or two, somewhat heavy, and then I like to thin it down so it's a little bit, not watery, but it's like a 1-to-1 of water and gloss, and then lay that somewhat heavily on top and let that settle, and that usually gives me a very smooth finish. Now, for gloss varnishes, typically I like to use Future Floor Shine, which is not here right now. I like to use Future Floor Shine, and that gives me because that one is really fun, especially if you're going to do water effects. As long as your table is level, you can lay a little bit of that down, and it will self-level out, and it'll dry perfectly glassy smooth. So that's another fun one. That's the one I like. But yeah, it all depends on what kind of water effect are you looking for. Are you looking for depth? Or are you looking just to create the slight surface? Now, again, I mean, on a 30 mil base, that's not a lot of room to get really showy with water. You typically want a larger base to illustrate water. Yeah. again, it's just, what kind of look are you going for here? David Vaughn, I heard cheapskates like myself use clear gel caulking for certain water effects. Yeah, for, I imagine, making tidal waves and stuff like that. Yeah, you could use caulking for that. Yakapu, whatever. So Weird sells these scenic bases full of ruins, and I'd like to base my models that that bases plus a stream of water running through part of the base. On a 30 mil base, it's challenging. I mean, are you serious? No. What? No, go away. No. I'm gonna kill this. There we go. I don't know who the hell's calling me. Don't they know this is way of the brush time, for God's sakes? How rude. So anyway, yeah, the bases now, mind you, Jordan, who used to be Mini Wargaming Jordan, he had done a really nice thing for one of his bases. Now, it was a larger base for War Machine. It was a large base, which is, I think, 40 or 50 mil. I think they're 50 mil. They're equivalent to 50 mil bases. And he had cut out a little river section. He put plastic art underneath, and then colored it, and then refilled it with gloss varnish, and got a little bit of color depth in there. And he had like little trees in there. It was for one of his big doggies, Circle of Orboros. They have the big wolfmen things, and it was for one of those models, and it looked really, really good, and I liked it. It was, you know, it was really nice. Again, though, it's like what kind of water are you looking for? Are you looking just like for the indication of water that it, you know, it's, you know, like it's on like it's shallow water, or does it need to be deep water? Do you need to be able to see through it? Do you know, like, what exactly is the effect you're going for? I think you would have to show me an example of what you're wanting, and I could tell you how to do it. But otherwise, yeah, I mean, I have no idea what you are envisioning, right? Oh. The Gim, old man Logan. What did you send? We saw the tank, my Steam, Forge Knight in process being painted, also a Wolf Titan, and some Eldar crap. Ben L's Nurgles Rot and a few layers of art coat work well enough. Yep. Again, I mean, like, it all depends. I mean, like, if you're doing it just for a small little base and you want to have this tiny little river, yeah, I mean, you can just paint it like, if whatever color you're imagining the water. I mean, if it's blue, green, brown, you start off with a darker like that. Like, say, like if it's blue, it's Cantor blue, and then you can either feather blend Caldor sky along the edges, and maybe just a very slight edge of a brighter blue, like Calth blue or something like that, and then hit it with a gloss, and that's water. But I'm not sure if that's the kind of look you're after. I mean, you know, I think what I need is what look are you after is really, I guess, my question. Is what are you after? What is it that you need? Jacobo, sounds cool. Thanks for the advice. I will try something out. Maybe I will give up on the 30 mil ones. The 30 mil ones, that's a pretty small surface to work with. That's what? That's the Space Marine size base. That's not a lot of room to get really scenic. Larger bases is when you want to get really scenic with models. David Vaughn, Kris, you just gave me an idea for practicing water techniques. I'm going to play with still water and light reflection effects. I haven't done that before. Very cool. Yeah. Oh, you're talking about like the light and then it bounces up on an object and you get like those color patterns that occur like from reflected water. Is that what you're talking about? That's very cool. I'd like to see that. I'd like to see that. All right, what time we at here? Holy crap, we only got 10 minutes left of the show. Let's do some more emails. Because we got it. Because we have to. Damn it. Headphones. email time. Email
showtime.
I forgot to switch the damn thing over. Yeah, that's it. Sorry, I forgot to switch the thing over. This one is from Kevin Cabal. Hi Kris, good morning from Vancouver Island. I was surfing the interwebs, as one does, and came across this little gem from Fine Scale Modeler. It is an article on using future pledged floor wax as a gloss varnish on your models, which all the monkeys likely know you use. The gem in the article is in a list telling you what products is called in other parts of the world. Ah, okay. This is excellent. This is excellent right here. Here is the link. I thought some of the monkey brethren in other parts of the world might find this useful. Link. Also included here is a few bad cell photos of a Dark Angel Primaris Marine work in progress just for fun. You know what? That's excellent. You know what? I'm going to oh shoot, I just hit a freaking program. Where is that email? Oh, excuse me. Kevin Cabal, there it is. Let's copy this link. Okay, I'm putting this link right now in the Discord. Actually, no, let's do it in the question and answers. Question and answers. Yeah. I put it in the question and answers in the Discord. And it is what the similar product is called for future floor shine all over the world. And so that's an excellent bit of advice. Oh, I'm gonna smash this. There we go. So very, very cool. I just threw it in the Discord for anybody who, you know, wants to know what future is called in other parts of the world, because I use future floor shine all the time for gloss varnishing my models. And, you know, there's many other modelers out there who use this stuff, and, you know, somebody in the UK can't find it. What's the alternative? This is the article that'll point to a few alternatives, help some people out, and, you know, yeah. Ben Ellis, 40 millimeters seem to be about the smallest size. Any effects like that get away with bud? Yeah, I mean, like, you can probably do it even on 25 mil bases, but again, it's what kind of look are you after? You know what I mean? Like, because even on a 25 mil base, you could have, you know, like, say half the base, it looks like on the edge of a beach, right? I mean, you know, it's what are you after? What kind of look are you after? Well, yeah, back to the email. So, this is Kevin. Yeah, it says Dark Angels, and very cool. Ooh, even got a nice little gloss going on them. Very cool. Nice and shiny. And we were talking about this the other day, actually. We were sitting over at Cheers having a drink, and you don't see glossy Space Marines very often. Like, you don't often see glossed up Space Marines. But here we are. It's a brave new world. I like it. It looks good. Nice and clean. Nice and heroic looking. Very cool. Awesome stuff. Thank you for sending that in. Thank you for sending that link in as well. Yeah. Anything pressing in the chat? Jacopo, now that I saw them again, there's not enough space for what I want to do. Yeah. See, again, I mean, you know, like, it all depends on what you're envisioning. I mean, like, you know, sometimes you have to scale back the dream for what you want to do, you know, and if what you want to do, you know, you gotta get a little bit bigger, right? Johnny Chop Shop, my eyes are still hurting. Need to go and rethink my life. Bye, monkeys. Why? Why? Because the donkey bunching? Is that why? He's got to go clear his cookies now. He's like, oh, I gotta delete my history. This is an email from Vito Varano. Hey, Kris. Sorry I haven't been able to catch a live show in the last little bit. Life generally has a habit of getting in the way. I've recently completed a bunch of models, both for myself, clients, and mini wargamer Dave. Thought I would share them with you and the monkeys. Please let me know what your thoughts are. Cheers, playa. Vito. Playa. And so here is his Magnus. And look at this thing. Is this not impressive at all? If this doesn't impress you, you have no soul. Or belong to Al-Qaeda. One of the two. But look at that. That's really cool. He's got the book. Very cool. I kind of wish they had picked up the little designs in the wings, though. Because it's such a great texture going on there. But I love your colors in the wings. Very cool. It's like Magnus is having a rules dispute. No, I tell you, man, it's right here in the rule book. You can only go 6 inches. Yes, or it's like he's going door to door. Yeah, I'd like to talk to you about our Lord and Savior, Jesus. Oh, is this the one you did for Dave? I think this is the one you did for Dave. Yeah, very cool. I like this when I saw it. Nice and clean, bold colors. Yeah. Oh, look at that. Mortarion. Love the wings. Love that slight purple going to that orangey brown. Like that. That's really cool. Oh, man. Yeah. Like the work on the horns. Some damn fine work, Vito. Yeah, I really like those wings, man. Those are really nice. Has a nice organic kind of decayed quality to it. Look at that. Oh, yeah, I saw these guys. Very nice. Some 30k. This is Airman, I believe. Or maybe it's just a sorcerer. I don't know. Oh, wow. Look at this thing. This big monstrosity. Monstrosity. Wow, that's impressive. Another beauty angle. Yeah, that's cool. Look at that big melt-a-burners in the front. Yeah, that's pretty darn cool. Pretty darn cool. Thank you for sending that in, Vito. That's awesome stuff. I didn't really say anything there I'd nitpick on. Other than Magnus, I'd like to see those details and those wings picked out. Mortarion, he looks spot on. The blood battle demon, whatever the hell he's called. The big pain engine, or what the hell that corn thing is. I like that. I like that a lot. It's just nice and clean. It's just, you know, and the Thousand Sun dudes, just really, really cool. Awesome stuff. Yeah. Awesome. What time are we at here? Holy crap, it's 1 minute 2. Where are we in the comments here? Ben Ellis, Magnus says delete your browser history. Yeah, make sure you clear those cookies. Jacobo, the only issue with the book is that he has an eye in his palm and his right hand, like that monster in Pan's Labyrinth. Yeah, love the wings. Jacobo, shame it got covered. Would have been cool to put the eye in the book. Oh yeah, eye in the book. Like if he's holding the book and then the eye was right in there, like almost like an Eye of Sauron kind of thing going on. That would have been cool too. Yeah. The Gib, do Old Man Logan's email. Well, I don't know where it is. It's... Oh, okay. It's only right there. Okay, so here's this. Okay, well then, damn it. Don't slow me down. Well, we'll try to get to we'll try to get to his email here. All right, this is another email from Jacob. The alphas are done in Vallejo Tamiya paints and Molotov Chromes pen, airbrushed, highlighting angles. The photos probably don't show the darker shades due to metallic nature of the camera and lights washing out the shades. P.S. Sorry you didn't get the monkey magic gag. Now I feel old. If you Google the monkey magic opening scene, You will understand. Ah, it's from something. Magic Monkey. Magic Monkey. Monkey Magic or Magic Monkey? Anyway, let's have a look. Very cool. Nicely done. Oh! Alpha Legion. I love these metallic blue Alpha Legions. They're so cool. Oh, is this the process? Put them all on sticks, spray them up metals, then hit them with the blues. Very, very cool. Really nice job on those, though. Really cool. Ooh, I see some green light playing at it. Is that from your computer tower? Because that's how the Alpha Legion look, right? They got that blue with the green on them. Very, very cool. Very cool. Look forward to seeing these when they get done. Here we go. This is an email from Tyler Bortel. Hey Chris, wanted to give an update on lava nids. I know it's been a while, but here we go. I've got a few dozen Gribblies done up, and here's a little sampling. Some interesting, more interesting though, is my recent venture into GSC. GSC, what's that? GSC. I want as much as an army to be playable as guard as possible. So my Primaris is conversion from a Commissar. The Magus is my own creation from bits I got lying around. See if you can name them. Comments and criticism, welcome. And so here are his Nidaroos. Very cool. Yeah, I like the color scheme. Let's see if we have a identify of all his Magus' bits. Okay, well that's from the Gene Stealer sprue. The skirt, I have no idea what that's from. The head is Gene Stealer, obviously. That bit looks like it's from... crap, I don't know. Almost looks like Wood Elf. Is this Wood Elf Sorcerer bits? Maybe that's what these are from. Wood Elves. I'm going to say they're from Wood Elves. Do I win? Lava Nids. Oh yeah, the carapace with all the broken up carapace. That's right. I remember these now. Oh, here we go. Another dude. Great big ass sword. Very cool. Yeah. He's got like the little cracks and stuff in the armor. Very, very cool. Oh, GSC is Gene Stealer cult. Oh. I knew that. I was testing you. Very cool. Yeah. See, you can see all the little lines and everything in there. That's cool. Probably shows up better on the nids. Where's the nids? Here we go. Yeah, like look at this guy back here. You can see it all up on top. It's all broken. Very, very cool. That's awesome stuff. Thank you, Tyler, for sending that in. Awesome, awesome stuff. Yeah. So here we go. Whoops. Jeez Louise. Showing everybody everything. This is from Ben Ellis again. Hello, Chris. I just painted the attached image today. What would you recommend I could do to improve? And I'm sure you can spot something else. Advise due to your experience being far beyond mine. Well, paving a huge compliment there, but what to watch out for, I suppose, over priming. Like it looks, that almost looks like it's dry brushed, but I think you might have airbrushed it. The cloak, but it almost has a chalky look, which looks like maybe it was a fine cast or there was a lot of primer on the model. That's always a danger, over priming, especially on Space Marines. It becomes very apparent when you over prime because the model everywhere is like this uniform chalkiness. I can't recall if this is a plastic kit or if this is a fine cast kit. I like the little glow in the backpack here. I'm going to assume that you do have access to an airbrush because that almost looks like a airbrushed blend. And same with on the axe blade as well. That almost looks airbrushed. I mean, if it's dry brush, bravo. Very nice dry brushing. But to me, it looks a little bit airbrushed. Yeah. Nice clean work though. I mean, like, it looks really good. I mean, the scroll work, you got the little lettering on the scrolls and stuff like that. Look, you even got like little symbols going on and stuff. It's really tight. I think, yeah, like there seems to be this uniform surface to everything, and I think it's from your priming. Like, see how I can see like there's a slight texture on everything? At first that made me think it was fine cast, but I'm looking now and I can see like these little mold lines, and I think this is a plastic kit. And so I think, oh, it's all dry brushing. You don't own an airbrush, and it is fine cast. Okay, so yes. Then when you are entirely dry brushing, which, you know, again, I kind of figured it was, but I mean, I can see this texture, right? When you're dry brushing, try not to dry brush too many layers. Like, don't go from a black all the way to a white. You know what I mean? Try and go with, you know, build it up in grays first, and then do that final dry brush in white kind of thing. Try and do those kind of steps. Be careful of your priming again. Like I said, primer is not meant to be the beginning of the paint job. It's just merely a surface for the paint to grab hold of. So do be mindful, so because a lot of times people tend to over prime their models. But I know fine cast does have a slight texture to it, so it's kind of a pain in the ass. But yeah, but otherwise, really great work. It almost looks like he's got like a kind of a shocked look on his face. How much do my mini wheats cost? But very good stuff, Ben. Awesome stuff. Yeah, very cool. Ben, yeah, I split on the glue in the face as it was to cover. It was a cover up. Ah, okay. Yeah, but otherwise, really great stuff. The dry brushing is really fantastic. And yeah, really awesome stuff. Thank you for sending that in. I really don't have any other thing to say about it right now, other than, you know, it's a great job. And that texturing on the model, when you got to be really careful. I realized it was fine cast. Fine cast does have a slight texture to it, but again, if you're going to primarily dry brush things, which it looks like you have a great handle for dry brushing, which, you know, again, like, it was really hard to differentiate between it being dry brushed or airbrushed. Really subtle dry brushing, you know, can be confused for airbrushing, so bravo for that. But yeah, you got to watch out for that texture, because dry brushing, the thing that can kill a good dry brushing is that texture on the model, and you really want to have as smooth a paint job as you possibly can get on a model, so that you minimize that chalky look on when you're dry brushing. You always want to minimize that. Okay, where am I? Email. Yes. This one is from Old Man Logan. Okay, we're getting to Old Man Logan's email now. Are we all happy? What time is it? Holy crap, it's already almost 10 minutes after. Hi, Kris. Here are my first painted models from the new Shadespire starter set. I really wanted to try something different, and thanks to your sage advice, I think I have achieved what I was hoping to do. This is my first foray into Armor Patina and Glow Effects OSL. Please have a look and let me know what you think. Any feedback or advice is always welcome and appreciated. Thanks, Old Man Logan. P.S. I am now working on part 2 on the set, which is the Gore Tribe. I hope to come up with something at least a little different for those, as well as I'm looking into some different schemes for them. I will share those with you as soon as I have them finished. OML. Old Man Logan. And so here is his Shadespire Stormcast Eternals. Very, very cool. Yes, I do recall, you know, offering a little bit of advice to his effort. He went with this bronze, this dark bronze, with the patina in the recesses, and he wanted to have some OSL glowing from the eyes. And I think that's very apparent right here. I like it. It's kind of challenging because those eye sockets are empty, and you'd have to like really fill those in, and it actually might look a little weird if you completely fill those little eyes in. So yeah, it's kind of challenging. It's really nice. I like the patina. I often recommend, like with the patina and then another final dry brush of a brighter bronze, just to push that patina back a little bit, and also give like a little bit of an edge wear on the patining. Yeah, see what I mean? How like the eyes are dark, but you can see that glow around them. But either way, it still looks very cool. That wasn't it. What the hell? The hell? Yeah, from this angle, it looks really cool. As long as you can't see into those eye sockets, it looks really cool. Oh, look at this guy. Ooh, his eyes are already glowing. Awesome stuff. I like it. I like the color scheme. Works for me. I like the bases. Got the little leaves and everything falling in there. Or are those already sculpted onto his base? Those are probably already sculpted onto the base. Because these guys come on scenic bases. That's right. Very, very cool. Nice angle. Nice work in the cloak. Nice little transitions going on here. And then just nice little edge highlight. I don't think this edge highlight needed to go this high. It could have stopped just around the bend here. And just went here. Kind of like how you have it here, right? You don't have a full-on highlight there. That highlight, yeah. Yeah, I don't think this highlight needed to go this high. But that's nitpicky. Yeah, awesome. I like his eyes are glowing too. I have the power. Oh, she's cool. Yeah, see, I like this. I like this. This is probably my favorite, I think, of them. You got the right amount of patina going on. I love that you only have the purple and the bronze and the patining. Patining? Anyway. Yeah, see, she feels like, see, he feels like he's obviously the unit leader, right? Because he has this little splash of red. And so that identifies him separately from the other two guys. Whereas him, you know, he's fine and all. But I mean, like there's a lot of patina on him, whereas her, it's not so much. And I like that. Let's see. Yeah. It doesn't feel like a whole lot. It's like you went an X-ray scanner. And then, oh! The eyes are white. Fool me. The eyes are white. Look at that. Now see, that looks really intense, but unfortunately, under this kind of lighting, you don't see that. Isn't that a shame? It's because the light is directly above the model. But either way, that's really awesome. Thank you, Old Man Logan, for sending that in. Awesome stuff. Was that everything? That was everything, right? Yeah, that was everything. Really awesome stuff. Glad I could help with that whole patina situation. And yeah. Steve McDemon at Old Man Logan, did you make the cloak yourself? No. The guy comes with it. The guy comes with it. Ben Ellis, episode 182, Donkey Punching for Beginners. Just think of your browser history explanations. Yeah, we're not going to go there. So, yeah, we got through a whole bunch of emails today. We're not 100% caught up. We're only at... actually, no, we're not too bad. Because that was Old Man Logan. So the next one will be from November 21st. So we're only like a week back. And then Eric sent a whole bunch of emails in yesterday. Or the day before. A couple days ago. A whole bunch. He had like 6. It's a 6-parter. So we're going to have a 6-parter email to sit through soon enough. Probably next episode. So anywho, thank you for watching. If you're brand new to the show, of course, send your questions, comments, emails. Commission painting service, you want to jump some extra exposure, or you just want some help with your color scheme, or you want some second opinion on something, I'm always glad to help. You can send your questions, comments, and whatever's to Kris@miniwargaming.com. It's in the description below. Of course, join me on Facebook, Way the Brush. Ask your questions there as well. Join us on Discord. It's another fantastic place for us to all kind of remain in contact with each other and just talk about stuff. It's been a really fantastic place. I've been really enjoying it. And, you know, it's a great way to, and of course we can all voice chat and stuff like that. I've been trying to think of other ways we can utilize this and kind of really get the maximum out of this kind of really awesome program before they start charging us for it. But yeah, what else? Waythebrush.com, of course, just takes you to the Facebook page. Join me on Instagram, Twitter. I usually post updates and, you know, things, and, you know, follow me on Twitter. And Instagram, because Instagram I'll post pictures of like what I've been working on or what have you, and I usually end up posting it to Facebook anyway, but because you can it just does like a broad kind of broadcasting you out anyway. I don't know, whatever it is. Way the Brush t-shirts. Sorry, I'm wearing Bob Ross today, but Way the Brush t-shirts, they help the cause, and of course Patreon is also another huge help. I was reluctant to start Patreon, and of course the monkeys said, you know what? No, the monkeys that want to support will support, and so they've been great. And of course, if you don't, if you want to support in other ways, liking the video, commenting, and sharing it, and all that, it helps as well. I mean, it all helps. Spread the love around, and such like that. What I was thinking is that Kris needs to do a giveaway episode again, and I was thinking maybe this episode or the next one before Christmas. I was thinking maybe we should do a giveaway kind of show, and so yeah, I'm thinking anyway. Thinking about it. Not too hard, but I'm thinking about it. What else was there? That was it, right? That was the email, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, t-shirts, Discord, Patreon. Is that it? That's it. Take care of your brushes. They'll take care of you. And I will see you guys next week in another exciting episode of... What is this show called again? Way the Brush? Something like that.